So we are in Greece to ride the new V-Strom DE. So, a few things, let's get started. Suzuki V-Strom, this is the DE. So the V-Strom has been around for 20 years. But this is a big step for the V-Strom because it's the first time Suzuki have put a 21-inch front wheel in a V-Strom. So to do that, it's obviously more off-road biased. But they've not just put a 21-inch front wheel, they've changed the suspension. So we have much longer travel suspension. We have a different rake and trail, and by that I mean the forks have gone slightly out so it's more relaxed. As you can tell, we've got a new dash, which then links to the lean sensitive rider aid. So we've got traction control, we've got ABS, and we've got power. We've got a new, oh that's quite nice, quick shifter, clutchless, up and down on the left hand side. Power and torque remains the same from that familiar engine. V-twin, water cooled, just over 100 horsepower. But because we're on the DE and it's been designed for off-road use, there's loads of little changes that are not so obvious. So the subframe is slightly different. The area under the seat is different because the idea is you'll be riding off-road and that's going to take some hammering. So where the battery sits, that's stronger, the subframe is stronger. We've got engine protection and a sump guard. Woohoo! So yeah, all in all, quite a significant change for the DE. I mean, this is fun. It's lively, you know, it's doing everything that I want it to do. It's good fun. Yeah, it's a bit basic, but cool, mate. Just having a bimble through the Greek countryside. So I got traction off. Yeah, that's definitely off. I got ABS on one. So I've still got ABS front and rear. Woo! And yeah, full power rather than any of the softest powers. And you could definitely, I mean, you could never do this on a lot off-road, and obviously that's got DCT, which makes it easier. I think in terms of weight, right, where are we going? I think this is a little bit heavier, but then it feels lighter, than Triumph's big 21-inch rally. Got me. Oh, what a beautiful slide. I mean, the power's soft. You don't really need to reduce the power because it's not got, you know, multi-strada 160 brake horsepower. It's just got oh, you dancer. That lads are busy. I think you could get a few more logs in that Fiat Panda. Oh, that smells lovely. You've always got to be aware when you're off road. Rock. Big rock. Oh, tree. vlog. So we're now jumping on the standard V-Strom, which has a 19-inch front wheel, 17-inch rear wheel, obviously less suspension travel and less ground clearance. Still an adventure bike with a 19-inch front, but pretty similar to the old model. But on the old V-Strom, you had the base model with a 19-inch front wheel, no electronics, and you had a XT model which had a 19-inch front and lots of electronics. Now there is no base model. All you've got is the 1050 V-Strom. So now you get all the electronics the old bike had, but for 2023 you get the new quick shifter and you get the new funky full colour clocks. But otherwise it's pretty much the same as the old one. I got the screen on the lowest setting, I got traction control on 1, mid power and ABS on 2. So yeah, seat is noticeably lower and much closer to the ground. The bars are narrower and it's a little bit more, yeah, a little bit more agile because you haven't got that big 21-inch front wheel. So we're just kind of coming towards the end of our V-Strom 1050 DE test ride in Greece. It's certainly way more off-road than it ever has been, with a 21-inch front and the big long travel suspension. That's a big change. The clocks are a big change. The clocks look lovely. The up and down quick shifter is really smooth. The engine is lovely and sweet. It's not too much power. The rider aids and the ease of use of all the dash, again, just simplistic. You could argue it's a little dated, even though it's a 2023 model. But then I think a lot of people will like that it's just simple and easy to ride, and you haven't got like multiple engine brake strategies and launch control. It's just get on it and have a go. Comfort, I'm fine, lovely, comfortable, wide bars. Screen isn't adjustable on this model because this is the off-road model. It is tall, like I'm only 5'7" and I'm struggling a little bit at times, and you can't adjust the seat. What you have to do for the seat is buy an optional lower seat. But yeah, overall impressed. It's going to be like interesting to see how it goes against the competition. I think it's a little bit top heavy. It is a heavy bike. It feels like it's made out of granite, which it probably is, and it definitely feels robust and quite solid. But what we're going to do now is jump on the 1050, just the standard one. But if I was gonna, woohoo, little jump. If I was gonna go for one, it would definitely be this one. I just like the off-road access and availability, which could just go off and have a bit of fun, which I'm trying to do, but people ride a bit too slow. But yeah, cool. Hope you enjoyed it. Oh yeah, price. It's under 14 grand. I mean, that's cheap in today's terminology for a big adventure bike. You know, what can the other adventure bikes do that this one can't? Not a lot really. Just a little bit heavier, a little bit less sophisticated. A bit like myself.